While our choir students come forward, I will take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the 2019 White Bear Lake Area High School Commencement Program. We welcome and honor the students who are before us this evening. Seniors, during the national anthem, proper etiquette is for ladies to keep their mortarboards on, while gentlemen should remove their hats. Good evening, I am Don Bosch, principal of White Bear Lake Area High School South Campus, and along with my colleague, Dr. Allison Gillespie, principal at the North Campus, we are delighted to have you join us for this special occasion. We consider our graduates to be scholarly citizens, and it is appropriate that we begin this important ceremony by honoring the flag. Please stand as our choir will perform the national anthem under the direction of Wendy Suya. It is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Wayne Kazmerchek.
Thank you, Mr. Bosch. Welcome, school board members, fellow school district employees, and especially parents, family members, and friends of tonight's honored guests, the White Bear Lake Area High School graduating class of 2019. This is such a wonderful time of year as events for students who are celebrating accomplishments and milestones have been held throughout the district. A few examples include 4- and 5-year-olds marking the end of their preschool experiences, and they're now so excited to start kindergarten. 5th graders throughout the district celebrated wrapping up their elementary careers as they look forward to middle school. 8th graders have finished those sometimes awkward middle school years with an eye towards joining all of their peers under one roof next year at North Campus. Our American Indian students were recognized at an honoring ceremony. Many of our Latino families gathered to celebrate the end of the year, and students of all ages have been recognized at award ceremonies. Our Area Learning Center and Transition Education Center graduates celebrated earlier this week at very special ceremonies, and many of you are here tonight as well. And now tonight, once again, we celebrate one of the most important milestones in one's lifetime, high school graduation. I want to thank all of you for representing White Bear Lake Area Schools so well, both in my role as superintendent and as a community member and parent. I have interacted with many of you. It brings me great joy to be part of a school community that values student voice to the level that we do. Not only does your voice matter, you have helped shape key decisions that will impact generations of students to come. We have students who serve in a variety of capacities, such as school board liaisons, being part of teams that are making decisions about facilities, school safety, district policies, and our equity commitment statement, to name a few. Students, you impact our system in profound ways when your voice is part of our decision-making process. As this evening unfolds, please take a moment to thank a teacher or other staff member who has made a difference in your life, many of whom are here tonight. Also, I want to offer a sincere thank you to my colleagues for all you have done for the class of 2019. We recently celebrated with our staff members who are retiring. Collectively, our retirees have devoted nearly 1,100 years to White Bear Lake Area Schools. Thank you, retirees, for your tireless dedication to our students. That's a mind-boggling number, 1,100 years. There are so many highlights from your senior year, so many memories you have made by representing our school so well in athletics, in the performance and visual arts, with your academic achievements, and as you have served in our community. Graduates, each and every one of you has innate value. Commit to a life of service. Each of you has unrealized potential. Respect the diversity around you. Remember that you are stewards of the earth. Learning will absolutely enrich your quality of life, and you will no doubt be challenged in life. Choose to innovate and grow as a result. Tonight we are honoring an important part of our legacy, each and every one of you. To the class of 2019, I wish you well as you set out to pursue your dreams. Make us proud. Go Bears!
Thank you, Dr. Kazmierczak. One of the hallmarks of our commencement ceremony is that our students are key speakers. Through an audition process, 3 students have been selected to speak at tonight's ceremony. Our student welcome this evening will be delivered by Marin Beeker. Marin attended Onika Elementary and Central Middle School. As a high school student, she was involved in track, theater, and National Honor Society, where she served as president. Next year, she will attend the George Washington University to study political science. Please welcome Marin Beeker.
When I was younger, I couldn't wait to grow up. I remember just days before starting 6th grade, I called my grandma and said, next year I'll be a 6th grader, which means I'm 3 years from being an 8th grader, which means I'm almost basically a high schooler. When I was in 9th grade, I was not a freshman. Rather, I was 4 years from graduating high school. I couldn't wait for those next steps to leave home and explore somewhere else. And now we're here. And although I wished hard for it to happen, I did not expect tonight to come as soon as it did. It seems strange to be leaving behind days of solar oven s'mores shared on the sidewalk outside of Central Middle School, or annual Friday nights spent dodging clouds of baby powder. While many of us may be relieved to be closing the door on calculus, what's ahead is daunting. It seems strange, even scary to be leaving, because we're not only leaving our home, but we're leaving our community. Anyone who knows White Bear knows that our community is special. No matter how big or small your trouble, you can count on someone to pick you up, dust you off, and send you back to the world. In the wake of a massive tornado that tore through Hugo several years ago, the White Bear community met tragedy head on and gave whatever they could to help those affected. As kids, we learn from example that as a bear, you help when you can, and you look out for each other. That's what being part of this community means. Recently, a friend of mine was involved in a car accident in South White Bear that totaled her vehicle. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but she was shaken nevertheless. Through tears, she felt a hand placed on her shoulder. A total stranger came up to her and reassured her, "We can fix cars." From experience, we've learned that as a bear, there will always be someone to catch you if you fall. That's what being part of this community means. After tonight, all of us will be thrown across the country, catapulted into the next chapter of our young lives. And although we may be leaving our home, we'll never truly leave White Bear Lake. Our community's lessons in selflessness and the value of people will stay with us long after we've moved on. And wherever we do end up, we will never have to fear failure, because we know that this community is standing at the ready, arms wide to catch us. Standing before you, I feel a little like my 6th grade self, buzzing with excitement at the prospect of starting fresh. I'm terrified of the world beyond tonight, but I know that with such a strong community behind me, I can take on the world. While many of us, including myself, have ran at this moment for 13 years, pause before the finish line. Look to those at your left and at your right. Bask in the beauty of the moment you've worked so hard for. Soon enough, we'll no longer weave in and out of 4th Street shops that look straight out of a movie set, or face the sunshine during blue sky days on the lake. But not yet. Tonight is a celebration of 13 years of hard work and of this community. So welcome. Welcome parents, staff, school board. Welcome White Bear community. And welcome to you, classmates. Relish tonight and the opportunity to celebrate each other and the community that's brought us here. Congratulations on making it this far, class of 2019. Enjoy tonight. You've earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maren. Since the first graduate crossed our stage in 1896, White Bear Lake Area High School has established a strong tradition of excellence. This tradition continues with the class of 2019. As leaders in our high school, the class of 2019 has demonstrated excellence in the classroom, community, and beyond. This type of success does not happen by accident. One of the enduring strengths of our schools is the high-quality instruction and commitment of our faculty and staff. At this time, I ask the teachers who are seated on either side of the graduating class to stand and be acknowledged. I would like to take a moment to honor our teacher retirees here this evening. Karen Bredenbach, 34 years in the district. Sue Worrell, 20 years in the district. Deanna Peterson, 14 years in the district. And Keith Svensson, 30 years in the district. Thank you for your service to the students, families, and community of White Bear Lake. We wish all of the retirees happiness in the next phase of their lives. We are fortunate to have a school board that provides important policy leadership and a strong commitment to quality schools. At this time, I would like to introduce each member of the school board, asking them to stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Please hold your applause until then. Chairperson Don Mullen. Vice Chair Kim Chapman. Clerk Ellen Fahey. Treasurer Scott Wilson. Board Member Deb Beloit. Next, I would like to introduce our other platform guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. North Campus Principal Dr. Allison Gillespie. Principal of the Area Learning Center, Gretchen Harriman. Associate Principals from the North Campus, Dion Harriman and Ange Nelson. Associate Principal from South Campus, Matt Young. And Associate Principal for the senior class, Carrie Barth. Activities Director, Brian Peliquin. Director of Student Support Services, Lisa Oren. Director of Community Services, Tim Maurer. Director of Technology and Innovation, Mark Garrison. Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Sarah Paul. Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations, Tim Wald. Finally, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Wayne Kazmierczak. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce the chairperson of our school board. Our chairperson has served the White Bear Lake area as a member of its Board of Education for 6 years and has been a champion in providing opportunities for all students throughout our school district and community. It is my pleasure to introduce Don Mullen, our school board chair.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2019. The entire school board wishes you success and happiness as you begin this next chapter of your lives. Take a moment to think back to the start of your school career. Imagine for a moment the nervousness and the being unsure of what was to happen next. Now take a moment to think about today and the excitement you must feel knowing that your high school career is finally done. And you are about to receive your diploma. Your next journey holds a bit of those original nerves. But I want to leave you with a quote from Sam Schultz. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. The remarkable teachers and staff of the White Bear Lake area schools are a large part of why we're here tonight. However, equally important to your success in life are all the people in the stands tonight, parents, grandparents, family members, and dear friends, all of whom have supported you in so many ways. And let us not forget those are among us in spirit. We should also be thankful to the great many people in the 10 communities that make up the White Bear Lake area schools. Those who have been a part of our lives for at least 18 years or so. From your religious and spiritual leaders and your places of worship to the local businesses, men and women who have not only provided you a work ethic, but have also taught you what it means to be a part of a greater community. We should also take a moment to be thankful to the wonderful nonprofits in our community, such as the YMCA, the White Bear Lake Educational Foundation, and the Tamarack Nature Center, to name a few, all of whom have provided you an excellent enrichment opportunities. Many of you will go on to university and college campuses, ready to study all the more, while others will pursue a skilled trade and become members of our nation's workforce. Some of our strongest will join our nation's military and will help ensure the national security. Rest assured that no matter how far away you go, the village will always be here to offer you support, cheering you on, just as we did that first day you walked in to your first White Bear Lake classroom, nervous and unsure of what was to come next. Why? Because you will forever be bears. According to an old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, and everyone in our great village that is known as the White Bear Lake Area School District will be here supporting you, cheering you on as you begin to walk down that new path. You will leave Aldridge Arena tonight with a bright new future ahead of you. So go out there and get them, class of 2019. Congratulations once more, and never forget, go Bears.
Thank you, Don Mullen. During these past few weeks, our seniors have found themselves considering the many memories that come with reflecting upon the last 13 years of school, while also looking towards what the future may hold. Our next speaker to reflect on those experiences and look towards the future is Jessie Doherty. Jessie attended Willow Lane Elementary and Sunrise Park Middle School. Throughout high school, Jessie has been active in band and National Honor Society. Recently, she has spent her afternoons working at Lincoln Elementary in their extended day program. Next year, she will attend Pacific Lutheran University to study biology and elementary education with a minor in French. Please welcome Jessie Doherty.
Tonight, as we gather together for the last time as the White Bear Lake Class of 2019, I hope that you're comfortable I hope that you're not experiencing any symptoms of heat exhaustion, and I hope that you're taking a moment to process and appreciate that this is your high school graduation. In the waning hours of our school careers, hopefully the lowest paying of our careers, I want to take a moment to talk about hope and our journey with it. Hope was given to us on our first day of life. If we could remember, we would have seen it in the eyes of those who love us as they were meeting us for the first time. But like we have, our hope has changed. In kindergarten, we hoped to be chased, to find a friend, to share a snack, to learn how to write our name. As we navigated our way through the rest of elementary school, we hoped to be a patrol, to lead the line, have our first sleepover, be king of the hill, and sit on top of the monkey bars like a stone-cold rebel that was pretending that middle school was not about to take them out. Middle school hopes were different. We hoped to be noticed, or for some of us, not to be noticed. We hoped for the right look, the right phone, to fit in, to find friends, or maybe more than friends. We hoped to get taller. We hoped to feel accepted and wanted. The last day of middle school, like elementary, found that same rebel, this time atop a roller coaster at Valley Fair, pretending that they were not terrified of what high school might bring. In high school, we hoped to avoid getting shoved around by the other kids. We hoped to make connections with the new people around us. We hoped to get invited to a dance. We hoped to find a friend to sit by at lunch. We hoped to learn how to drive. We hoped our parents would just lay off. And we hoped for a parking spot at South, close to the door. Senior year was different from all the rest. Hope grew up, maybe even got a little scared. There are no monkey bars or roller coasters to help us ignore reality anymore. We are relying on the lessons we have learned, our family and friends, and our ever-evolving hope to carry us into this next phase of life. I'm talking about the hope that each one of us feels right now. It's a hope for tonight, tomorrow, and for all the days to come, that we will have the strength, ability, courage, love, creativity, and resolve to not just be prepared for our future, but to create it. Hope grows every time you share it. So as I finish, take these last few moments of our time together to think about what your hopes are for this next chapter. Then, turn to someone sitting near you and share your hopes for the future, and let their hope inspire you. For the last time, let's share the hope we feel every time we say, "Go Bears."
Thank you, Jesse. At this time, I would ask the graduates who have made the decision to enlist in a branch of the United States Armed Forces or enrolling in one of the United States military academies to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, these young men and women have made the decision to provide their service, sacrifice, and loyalty to protect and serve our great country. Words cannot adequately describe the valor of these young men and women we are privileged to honor and recognize tonight. I would also like to recognize past graduates in the audience who volunteered to join a branch of our nation's military, as well as veterans who are here with us tonight. If you too could stand and be recognized. Now it is my pleasure to invite North Campus Principal Dr. Allison Gillespie to present the 2019 Bear Awards.
Good evening. The Bear Awards are the highest honors presented to each graduating class. 3 Bear Awards are presented to students who demonstrate excellence in one of 3 areas: service, leadership, and academics. These students also exemplify our White Bear Lake community core values of respect, responsibility, service, compassion, and integrity. In addition to recognition, each student will receive a $500 scholarship. It is now my privilege to present the Bear Awards. This year's Bear Service Award recipient has an impressive list of involvement in service activities in both our school and community. This award winner is described by others as a true servant leader, focused on ensuring the success of others, and consistently willing to accept personal risk to benefit the greater good. Throughout her high school years, she has been drawn to opportunities for service, including coordinating a winter clothing drive, blood drive, and White Bear Lake water run, as well as volunteering at many school-sponsored events through National Honor Society, where she most recently served as president. Outside of school, she has volunteered her time through Girl Scouts as an ambassador over the past 13 years, earning the Bronze, Silver, and Gold Award. This past summer, she participated as a research and communications assistant intern for a United States Senator. She represents our community core values of responsibility and service. In the fall, she plans to attend George Washington University and major in political science. Our Bear Award for Service recipient is Marion Beeker. When asked by staff members to describe this year's recipient of the Leadership Bear Award, the same words kept coming up time and again: compassionate, selfless, and dedicated. Our recipient is respected by peers and adults in our school and community for strength of character, compassionate leadership, and commitment to making our community a better place. This recipient is a true servant leader, a member of Ambassadors, Strategic Planning Committee, Treasurer of National Honor Society, and captain of the cross-country team. During his time in high school, he assisted in elementary tutoring, the Twin Cities Marathon, and volunteering at a homeless shelter. As a member of the district Big Sleuth Committee, he was often the first one to step in and demonstrate his selfless, dedicated leadership. Next fall, he will be attending University of Minnesota Twin Cities to study mechanical engineering. Our Bear Award for Leadership recipient is Ben Kroll. Our Bear Scholarship for Academics Award recipient has been described as a disciplined goal setter, positive role model, and a diligent and motivated student. In addition to taking 11 college credit courses, this recipient was honored by the College Board as an AP Scholar with Distinction and Rotary Club Academic Achiever. Our academic award winner has been on the A honor roll for each and every semester of high school and has earned straight A's in our most challenging courses, finishing with a weighted grade point average of 4.306. One might think a student of this caliber does nothing but study, but this recipient is another story entirely. She was involved in a host of co-curricular activities, including Chemistry Club, National Honor Society, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She's also a member and elected captain of cross country, Nordic ski, and track and field. She is a great example of our community core values of respect and responsibility. In the fall, she will be attending Montana State University, where she plans to major in biological sciences and sustainable food systems. The recipient of our Bear Award for Academic Excellence is Olivia Schwintek. Now, the White Bear Lake Area High School Band, under the direction of Shannon Anderson, and the White Bear Lake Choir, under the direction of Wendy Suya, will perform America the Beautiful.
White Bear Lake Area High School has established a strong tradition of excellence. This tradition continues with you, the class of 2019. Academically, you have excelled to very high levels. We have 108 students in the senior class who have earned the honor graduate cum laude status for having met a rigorous grade point standard. Many of you were challenged to take college credit coursework for the first time and trusted your teachers to support you along the way. Some of you committed to various programs, agreeing to high academic challenge and supporting each other on your journey to reach your individual goals. All of you identified that one teacher or staff member who believed in you and who you allowed to support and mentor you. Academics aside, the class of 2019 demonstrated service and leadership. You led students across our district to collect over 7 tons of food and over $10,000 for the local food shelf. In addition, you collected several thousands of dollars for various charities, including Casa de Esperanza, H2O for Life, and Solid Ground. And yet, graduates, what makes your class special is not only your collective accomplishments, but the sum of your individual stories. While it is a tradition for us to celebrate your collective strengths, there's an equally impressive story to tell in the individual journeys of each graduate. Many of you have overcome significant challenges, and while often difficult, have fulfilled your school motto to strive for excellence. You have accomplished great things individually and collectively. More importantly, you have added to the strength and tradition of our school community. There is a special pride here that is not just found anywhere. For those of you who are fortunate to live in the communities that make up our White Bear Nation, you know this pride, this sense of tradition, and exactly what it means to be a bear. Graduates, you not only benefited from the feeling of community here, you have added to it. For that, our community, school staff, and the many students who follow you are forever grateful. It is for this that we, the faculty, administration, and school board wish you our heartfelt congratulations. At this time, I ask our school board members to stand, and Superintendent of Schools Dr. Wayne Kazmerchek and School Board Chair Don Mullen to come forward for the presentation of the class of 2019. Again, we ask the audience to please remember that if you choose to applaud your child when their name is announced, do so only briefly so as not to interfere with other families' opportunity to hear their student's name announced. Thank you.
It is time for the presentation of the class of 2019. It is my honor to affirm that the students assembled here this evening have met the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the State of Minnesota and the School Board of Independent School District number 624. It is my distinct pleasure to present the graduating class of White Bear Lake Area High School for 2019. Class of 2019, please rise.
On behalf of District 624 School Board and the entire community, I accept the presentation of the class of 2019 and declare them eligible to come forward and receive their diplomas as evident of having completed the requirements set by the school board. Class of 2019, please be seated as the first 2 rows come forward, sorry about that, and receive their diplomas.
Erin Hazel Beaker.
Alexandra Christine Stennen.
Khalid Rashid Abid.
Brooke Danielle Stennen.
Allison Mary Ackernecht.
Adnan Ahmed Abdamalhi.
Zachary Tyler Jennings.
Davin Pierce Abraham.
Shelby Ahola.
Victoria Damola Adabisi.
Andrew John Allen.
Erica Lee Aikenson.
Colton Rockefeller Altringer.
Lauren Michael Altman.
Megan Rose Amesbury.
Jack Richard Ames Rupert.
Kyle Wesley Anderson.
Cooper William Anderson.
Noah Patrick Anderson.
Maxwell Lawrence Anderson.
Thomas Troy Anderson.
Rebecca Ann Anderson.
Clay Houston Ansley.
Jillian Rose DeWitt Andrus.
Rukayat Olutwamba Martins.
Sawyer Henry Arndt.
Danielle Marlene Auger.
Jessie Joy Maria Doherty.
Kylie Laura Bacon.
Mohammed Nabil Ayash.
Haley Deanne Baker.
Samuel Francis Bear.
Paulina Barcenas Hernandez.
Josephine Claire Balata.
Angela Jimena Becerra.
Adam Donald Bear.
Jeremy Mitchell Beckler.
Matthias Connor Beck.
Blake David Burwald.
Brooke Hogan Beasley.
Trinity Bialik.
Caitlin Page Burwald.
Chase Matthew Bill.
Gretchen Rose Bean.
Kyle Peterson Biostad.
Logan Isaiah Burkholtz.
Nicholas William Blanding.
Brianna Danielle Blair.
Kevin Boeing.
Cassidy Joy Blank.
Jacob Alexander Bong.
Benjamin Bradley Bolt.
Nicholas James Bossy.
Nazarena Bossenpim.
William Wesley Brabenek.
Thomas Allen Bordeaux.
Ethan James Brennan.
Phoenix Diana Bradley.
Emily Ann Brockberg.
Carrie Leola Brewer.
David Robert Brown.
Catherine Ingeborg Brocious.
Sabrina Alice Brown.
Jada Lee Brown.
Molly Lynn Brieshoff.
Alicia Michelle Bruder.
Megan Marie Carlson.
Sabrina Marie Bush.
Antonio Isaias Casillas.
Ariel Marie Carter.
Christy Janae Chilstrom.
Heidi Adai Castro Estella.
Mariah Lynn Churchill.
Carter Joseph Chapman.
Andrew Stephen Sorelli.
Anna Patricia Christensen.
Danielle Randolph Clark.
Carly Jean Christensen.
Alexander Thomas Comstock.
Justin Andrew Silly.
Carter Patrick Collins.
Zachary Daniel Clausen.
Cynthia Elizabeth Conway.
Devin Rochelle Close.
Samuel Stephen Corcoran.
Maeva Komej.
Emma Marie Cornwell.
Cheyenne Caitlin Connolly.
Polly Dolores Covert.
Andrew James Cook.
Casey Matthew Cunningham.
Brianna Jean Corey.
Annika Sophia Dahl.
Stella Nicole Kotner.
Havis Troll Dean.
Jessica Grace Croson.
Lake Christopher D.
Courtney Josephine Crouch.
Felicia Marie Kate DeHoop.
Jake Ryan Daw.
Fidel Samuel de Leon Paramo.
Bryce Allen DeBilzen.
Eldred M. Dennis.
Joshua Michael Daling.
Ethan Michael Deutsch.
Abigail Lynn De La Rosa.
Alan Twan Din.
Nicholas David Denault.
Marcus James Porter Donaldson.
Joseph Thomas Dennis.
Zachary William Dornfeld.
Layla Ryan Dean.
David John Dowdy.
Mervina Faith Dorley.
Haley Ann Eastburn.
Joshua Robert Doty.
Riley Elizabeth Ebert.
Peyton Ray Dvorak.
Carter Jason Ellers.
Sonia Eve Easterling.
Eric Allen English.
Alexandra Lee Eichler.
Juan Francisco Enriquez.
Kelly Rose Edelson.
Grace Elizabeth Erickson.
Marcus Stephen Engstrand.
Mary Page Fleming.
Alyssa Marie Erickson.
Kiera Alexis Fletcher Tony.
Hannah Ann Ertle.
Andrew Gary Foss.
Ashley Nicole Fettinger.
Nicholas Arthur Fossey.
McKenna Lee Fleming.
Kala Alexandra Frank.
Maya Renee Flemons.
Thomas Swaroop Freed.
Bryce Michael Forsyth.
Laura Marie Ferber.
Evan Patrick Foss.
Aaron Lewis Gagnelius.
Nalana Yumi Foster Johnson.
Angelo Lawrence Gambino.
Elaine Morik Franta.
Jordan Pearl Gast.
Jordan Murray Freund.
Brianna Rose Gilbert.
Henry John Fusco.
Jessica Jean Gran.
Julia Rose Galloway.
Paige Eleanor Gregoire.
Ashley Marie Gardner.
Zachary Charles Griebel.
Megan Grace Gavin.
Zachary Scott Gronsberg.
Kayla Marie Gilbert.
Mariana Eve Guerra Reese.
Tegan Nicole Green.
Tanner Caleb Brian Hackman.
Blake Gregory Gresson.
Caitlin Gabrielle Hager.
Sansray Samantha Griffiths.
Gabrielle Isaac Hallett Arnold.
Matthew Alexander Gunther.
Nikki Heather Ham.
Alexis Glenn Gittery.
Aaron Liam Hansetter.
Samantha Ann Gustafson.
Haley Elizabeth Harris.
Adeline Rose Hagel.
Ian Anthony Hayes.
Julian Marcus Hall.
Stephen John Heifert Jr.
Thomas Joseph Halverson.
Rachel Lee Hennon.
Amaya Lee Studler Hain.
Maxwell Allen Henriksen.
John Daniel Hanscom.
Joshua Paul Reed Hippus.
Clayton Michael Hansen.
Declan William Kenneth Hoff.
Maya Esequina Harris.
Sheridan N. Holzbach.
Eden Anila Felice Hebert.
Jennifer Rose Hosh.
Zachary Tyler Heinrich.
Saisha Nakalin Hudson.
Nakia Taylor Henninger.
Ethan Robert Hunter.
Charlotte Elaine Hetzer.
Dean Scott Isaacson.
Allison Elizabeth Hill.
Jonathan Andrew Jackola.
Madeline Rose Hoff.
Euro Yarvenpa.
Alexa Judith Horning.
Vanessa Marie Jensen.
Sabrina Dawn Hudson.
David Alvin Johnson.
Daniel Tran Hun.
McKenna Paige Johnson.
Olivia May Jago.
Cullen Reed Johnson.
Preston Lawrence Jacques.
Lauren Jurek.
Brody William Jarvie.
Anthony Martin Jorgensen.
Abby Lee Jessica.
Tristan Adam Weldy Carls.
Danica Ray Johnson.
Callie Anna Kaspuzak.
Grace Roxanne Helena Johnson.
Casey Gary Keeling.
Nathan Victor Johnson.
Brock Kelly.
Paul Thomason Joseph.
Cody James Kahari.
Tristan Alexander Kalos.
Bennett Robert King.
Hunter Lloyd Carnes.
Samantha Rose Kirchhoff.
Scott Michael Kaufman.
Andrew John Kleist.
Andre Leo Keller.
Stephen Gilbert Kleist.
Eamon Richard Kerrigan Crodel.
Andrew James Conan.
Beta Ray Kincaid.
Victoria Elizabeth Konischuk.
Olivia Jessie Kingston.
Haley Rose Coster.
Jacob Allen Klein.
Jacob John Cray.
Matthew David Kleist.
McKenna Marie Kroska.
Miranda Nicole Kane.
Madeline Adara Paquay Lamwers.
Annika Joy Cole.
Hannah Rose Larson.
Kaylee Ann Cossey.
Emma Josephine Larson.
Daniel William Kowalski.
Brooke Elizabeth Larson.
Cecil Sinclair Craigness.
McKeely Weiskopf Larson.
Benjamin Charles Kroll.
Anna Elizabeth Lee.
Taylor Marie Kippers.
Christian Tsuki Lee.
Thomas James Lamuska.
Joshua Chinu Lee.
Thomas William Lang.
Pania Akina Lee.
Isabel Mary Vivian Larson.
Peyton Madison Lenner.
Clarice Ann Larson.
Darian Stephen Lemieux.
Jaden Kristen Larson.
Alexander Michael Lessman.
Lillian Elizabeth LaValle.
Peyton Marie Littlefield.
Ashiana Gokia.
Kaya Morgan Lohman.
Jolynn Lee.
Ariana Marie Lucio.
Nusher Lee.
Lindsay Elizabeth Lyons.
Sakai Salai Lee.
Dante Michael Mahmoud.
Lexi Like.
Jaden Miles Majest.
Devin Patrick Lenz.
Anna Louise Merrick.
Tara Marie Letourneau.
Anthony Abram Marcoux.
Abigail Josephine Lindvall.
Tiana Marie Marrero.
Maxwell Jeffrey Lokes.
Alexander Matthew Martin.
Anna Grace Lamoro.
Evan Clinton Martinez.
Lauren Grace McLean.
Kyle Elliott Wesley Maxon.
Samuel Raymond Mayella.
Peter William McBride.
Emma Catherine Martis.
Alan Thomas McCutcheon.
Emily Carolyn Merrier.
Anastasia Love McFarland.
Elias Marquez Gutierrez.
Claire Therese McManaman.
Eden Marissa Marshinki.
Lucille Marie McManaman.
Lauren Rachel Martin.
Blake Richard Meester.
Juliana Martinez.
Cassandra Lee Middleton.
Hamilton Bate Mbu.
Samantha Ann Millard.
Bailey Grace McCullough.
Grant Jonathan Miller.
Malik Jaden McElmurray.
Jana Elizabeth Miller.
Connor Martin McMahon.
Michaela Leah Mills.
Jacob Thomas Medbeck.
Allison Taylor Mitchell.
Shay Alexandra Messerschmidt.
Dustin Bradley Moe.
Sydney Jagger Miles.
Josephine May Moore.
Spencer Robert Millard.
Kyle Alexander Moser.
Haley Marie Miller.
Courtney May Moy.
Rachel Catherine Miller.
Olivia Ray Munson.
Margaret Louise Minnick.
Nicole Marie Nelson.
Taisha Latrice Mitchell.
Devlin Allen Ness.
Jack Edward Montgomery.
Dylan Scott Nielsen.
Alexander Thomas Moore.
Joshua Matthew Noel.
Nicholas Edward Morrison.
Michael Douglas Nord.
Tenchi Chong Mua.
Cal B. O'Flanagan.
Ashley Lorpu Moba.
Clayton Thomas O'Neill.
Jacob Keith Nelson.
Brianna Marie Olinger.
Ty Michael Nelson.
Aiden Daryl Olson.
Daniel Yu Win.
Ope Olua Deborah Olusi.
Delana Ladea Olivia Nins.
Alexis K. Owens Walton.
Jonathan Richard Nord.
Michael David Parnell.
William Arthur Novak.
Mary Rose Peranto.
Aiden Jean O'Neill.
Jake Christopher Paulson.
Claire Elise Odmark.
Thomas Gerald Pereira.
Elizabeth Sarah Oman.
Marta Pez.
Bailey Rose Olala.
Madison Ann Peterson.
Elizabeth May Olson.
Keegan Scott Pett.
Alexander Thomas Oman.
Kyle Joseph Pletch.
Estrella Palomo.
Elizabeth Ray Popham.
Wyatt Jameson Parker.
Parker Shane Prescott.
Luke Connor Parzik.
Samuel Charles Racine.
Jarek Thomas Perkowski.
Aaliyah Joelle Rancour.
Alexandra Nicole Perrin.
Olivia Nisler Reif.
Joshua Michael Peterson.
Christina Marie Renstrom.
Nicole Ann Peterson.
Thomas David Reiselman.
Margaret Elise Philippi.
Brittany Marie Riley.
Laura Ann Poor.
Callahan Richard Rivard.
Markenna Lee Pratt.
Quinn Patrick Rod.
Emily Marie Price.
Maria Christine Rose.
Maxwell James Quick.
Carissa Rung Kitakun.
Kaylee Danielle Rayburn.
Morgan Marie Russler.
Nicholas James Regnier.
Sydney Olivia Seiko.
Brenna Elizabeth Ryland.
Nicole Marie Sanchez.
John Sullivan Riley.
Anna Caitlin Sanders.
Michael Everett Rittenhouse.
Denise Santiago Ojeda.
Cassidy Colleen Rod.
Aaron Tyler Schmid.
Parker Allen Rogers.
Kayla Rose Schrader.
Taylor Susan Rosenau.
Madeline Elizabeth Schulte.
Sean Allen Rumaki.
Justin Allen Schwartz.
Margaret Ann Seiko.
Olivia Sky Schwintek.
Hunter Allen Samuels.
Cameron Sebastian Charlo.
Madeline Louise Sanda.
Sydney Jean Sheeran.
Luke Vincent Sanders.
Ian Samuel Shepler.
Phoenix Floyd Schaefer.
Tara Alexis Sirkowski.
Cami J. Schillinger.
Jackson Robert Sky.
Russell James Scholler III.
Noah Scott Smeester.
Delaney Diane Schultz.
Dominic Evan Smith.
Samuel James Schwartz.
Nathan Russell Smith.
Sydney Lynn Shaw.
Trig Lauren Solberg.
Jessica Dolores Shaw.
Samuel James Sorensen.
Austin Michael Sheldall.
Samuel Paul Sperry.
Abby Nicole Shimnon.
Jacob Daniel Spring.
Megan Olivia Simpson.
Ethan James Starrock.
Christian Arlo Shagstead.
Harley Jean Stein.
Tanner Joseph Smakovsky.
Shanti Sunga.
Kylie Elizabeth Smith.
Per Kulva Swenson.
Samuel Jeffrey Smith.
Evan Joseph Tarnowski.
Alejandro Solano Marino.
Grace Ann Taylor.
Kelly Shane Sorensen.
Aslan Hushi Tao.
Mitchell Sorensen.
Chia Tao.
Grace K. Spindler.
Peng Mong Nick Tao.
Jolie Marisol Stanton.
Olivia Ann Thomas.
Jack Edward Steidel.
Andrea Ann Thompson.
Gabrielle Lynn Stelflu.
Gabriel Thurnbeck.
Haley Marie Swanson.
Catherine Jean Timmons.
Asa James Sabo.
John Lee Townsend.
Marcus Hunter Togner.
Caitlin Ann Trobeck.
Isaac William Tessier.
Lindsay Jean Tyreen.
Keisha Allison Tao.
Jessica Renee Ulmer.
Catherine Youngshi Tao.
Casey James Valento.
Nathan John Thies.
Zachary Ryan Van Dyke.
Genevieve Jean Thomason.
Kimberly Suayi Vang.
Leticia Dorothy Thornhill.
Malia Marie Verino.
Anthony Carl Tim.
Lauren Joyce Veeder.
Luke David Tobeck.
Mark Elwin Vowles.
Erica Jean Townley.
Emma Jean Walker.
Ritus Peter Treybergs.
Madeline Rose Wallace.
Thomas James Turinsky.
Zachariah John Wyman.
Alana Hauer Ulmer.
Zachary Scott Wesolowski.
Grant Joseph Unger.
Hannah Grace Wickstrom.
Jacqueline Vallejo.
James Philip Williams.
Melody Pachia Vang.
Morgan Marie Windingstead.
Pahua Sarah Vang.
Erica Rose Wabin.
Ryan Vasquez.
Li Lang Zhang.
Junil Victorio.
Alekin Zuki Yang.
Aaron Ellie Wall.
Dua Chi Yang.
Caitlin Marie Wallace.
Samuel Dominic Yobi.
Jacob Bernard Walsh.
Savannah Paz Zambrano.
Olivia Marie Wennen.
Nathan James Zerwas.
Ian Andrew Westman.
Addie Kate Zinkter.
Gabriella Josephine Wieland.
Nicholas John Belkey.
Isaiah Jason Wilson. Dominic James Worth. Chaiseng Sunny Zhang. Rina Aiko Yamamoto. Charlie King Yang. Shapu Yang. Gavin Gregory Zakaruski. Stephen David Zapata. Charlie Louis Zimnowitz. Elijah Gerald Zobrak.
Commencement ceremonies are steeped in tradition. As a final act of solidarity and to signify that you are now alumni of White Bear Lake Area High School, the class of 2019 should move their tassels from left to right. Graduates, this is an appropriate time for you to recognize the support and encouragement that your parents and family members have given you through the years of education. Graduates, please turn to the audience and thank your parents and those supporting you with a round of applause. Our student farewell speaker is, excuse me, our student farewell speaker is Ruka Martins. During her high school years in White Bear Lake, she has participated in numerous writing events through White Bear Lake Center for the Arts and was a leader in Black Excellence Club. Ruka attended Lake Ayres Elementary and Sunrise Park Middle School. In the fall, she will be attending Hamlin University to study English. Please welcome Ruka.
Throughout our lives, we've been given many definitions of success. I remember when I was 9 years old, I would hear my parents say, Rukayat, one day you'll become a lawyer. A very fine lawyer because you know book very well. When we were younger, there's only 3 options of success: a doctor, a lawyer, or a princess. But reflecting and comparing right now in this arena, some of us know the real definition of succeeding. I know some of us never thought that this would be happening right now. We thought that 2019 was so far away and we had so much time. We never imagined holding these black folders, wearing these gorgeous black gowns and beautiful caps. We never imagined having those last moments with our favorite teachers. We never imagined seeing our families in the crowd waving to us while sitting next to all of our peers. We never imagined saying goodbye. I know I tried to picture it in my head and I counted out the days until today, but I couldn't imagine the feeling, the true feelings of graduating high school. But now we're here. Relieved that's finally over, but this bittersweet separation, moving on to the next chapters of our lives. You may miss your teachers and seeing your friends every day, but this farewell is far from bitter. This farewell is a marking of a milestone, and we all succeeded. After all the homework and tests, we made it here. Sitting in the ice arena has so much significance to your journey. This farewell isn't sad. It's the final stretch to the race while entering a new challenge, a new world, and new opportunities. This farewell is a representation of self-progression, and we will continue to progress while we enter college, the military, or the workforce. The relationships we created helped your success. Instead of saying goodbye to your teacher, say thank you. Say thank you for guidance, for support, for open arms and open hearts. The support systems we created will follow us through this continuous journey we call life. Some of us may feel worried about the unexpected, not feeling the bridge of your life is stable or the road to success isn't paved. But graduating high school is something to be proud of. The bridge you thought was impossible to build, you built it. The road that you struggled to pave, you paved it. And we will continue to build that bridge and pave our roads. This is a success that your family is proud of. The success that you created for yourself. This farewell is a success. It's your own success. The success that makes you a high school graduate. Now, to finish off this final farewell, I would like to share a poem. The dreams I dreamt long ago, I thought were only dreams. Dreams that forever be in my head, something make-believe, and nothing make-believe that can make a reality, but I still worked from that ordinary soil. What I didn't know is that that soil was rich with knowledge and power, and a beautiful tree grew. My dreams were the water that made it grow, and it grew and grew to this beautiful, mature pear tree. While I continued to grow, my branches touched the clouds, and it touched the planets, and my leaves were forever green, but I wanted to leave the sky. You know why? Because the sky was not my limitation. But I thought about what was the most important part of my growth. Was it the healthy trunk that centered me and kept me sturdy? Was it the long branches that reached the far horizons and unknown galaxies? Or was it the beautiful sweet fruit, sweet things that came in my growth? All those important to my tree, yes, but they weren't the most important. What keeps me stable, what keeps me grounded, connected to the rich soil I started from, are my roots. My roots grew under me, absorbing the knowledge that was there, which made me glow and grow, kept me connected to what was down there while I continued to grow, because a tree without roots isn't a tree at all. I know they don't reach far like branches, and they don't have sweetness like the fruit, but before you became this beautiful, strong tree, you just had rich soil and your roots. Don't forget your roots. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruka. I would like to congratulate all of our graduates tonight. I would especially like to thank our student speakers, as well as our senior class advisor, Mr. Matt Danielson, and Ms. Kathy Ackernet, who oversaw the coordination of this event. We ask that you please remain seated until all graduates have left the arena, as this concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you for attending tonight's celebration.